Hello, lovely learners. I believe you are all doing well. Welcome to your next virtual learning for the day. I believe you are going to enjoy today's lesson, which is mathematics. We are still on mathematics, and our strand remains investigation with numbers. And our substrand is properties of basic operations. Properties of basic operations. And our learning objective is by the end of the day, we will use basic operations to investigate for some missing numbers. We are going to use basic operations to investigate for some missing numbers. Our starter is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Yes. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These are the four basic operations we have in mathematics, respectively. Now, in our previous lesson, we've studied the three properties, which is commutative property, associative property, and distributive property. Very fortunately, we're able to tackle commutative property and associative property. And I said under commutative property, we have addition and multiplication. Whilst under associative, we also have what? Addition and what? Multiplication. But in associative, subtraction is, but division is not what? Associative. Division is not associative. And we're able to solve some of this, which proved it that division is not associative. Addition is associative, multiplication is associative. In any case, subtraction. Okay, so today we are going to continue with distributive property. Distributive property. What does this rule say? It's a rule that must be applied. Respectively, if we do not apply the rule, at the end of the day, we'll get a wrong answer. So we have to obey the rule for us to have correct answer. So in distributive property, it involves two operations, which is multiplication and addition. It involves two operations, which is multiplication and what? Addition. So here we say multiplication is distributive over addition. We say what? Multiplication is distributive over addition. Multiplication is distributive over addition. So we have 2 times into brackets b plus c. So we have multiplication and addition. Now we are asked to distribute. In distributing this, the one outside the bracket must multiply both variables. This is what you've seen here. This is what we call distribution. It's being distributed. So we say what? A times B. A times B. Don't forget the addition sign must be here. And then A times C again, which means A times C. So we have A times B plus A times C. This is how we distribute it. Anytime you see something like this, what you need to do is take the one outside and multiply it by the two variables. Okay, multiply by the first variable and write it here, and multiply by the second variable and write it here. And mind you, make sure you bring the operation, which is what? Addition, in the middle of the two variables multiplied. Now let's look at some few examples here. How do we distribute this? So we look at this. Our first answer, we have 2 times 4 into bracket times 5. That this supposed to be addition. So we say 2 times into bracket 4 plus 5. We are asked to distribute this. So first of all, I multiply 2 by 4, which is 2 times 4, bracket close. Then I bring my operation, which is what? Addition, in the middle, followed by addition, then 2 times 5. 2 times 5, which is 2 times 5. This is what you call distribution. This is what we call distribution. What you see here is being distributed in this nature or in this form. So how do I know that this number is the same as this? To know whether this number is the same as this, what I'm going to do is that I am going to multiply this. Now I'm going to add the numbers that are in the bracket first. So I say 2 times 4 plus 5 will give me what? 9. So I say 2 times what? 9. Because I've added this one already, which is addition. It gives me what? 9. So I come here. Now here I have to what? Multiply it. It's a multiplication. So 2 times 4 will give me what? 8. Then I bring this what? Operation, which is addition. And then 2 times 5 will give me 10. Then I come here. I have to multiply this and add this. But let me take care of this one first. 2, 9 will give me 18 equals 8 plus 9 will give me what? 8 plus 10 will give me what? 18. 8 plus 10 will give me 18. Then 2 times 9 will give me 18. Which means that multiplication is distributive over addition. So the rule is correct. So the rule that we apply is correct and our answer is correct. So therefore, multiplication is distributive over addition, which means that by using multiplication and addition, we can get the same answer. 18 is here and 18 is also here. I hope you understand this. Now let's move on to example number 2. Number 2 is 4 times 6 plus 3. Remember, it's multiplication and addition. We are using multiplication and addition under distributive property. So I come here, I have to distribute these whole numbers here. The numbers here, I have to what? Distribute it. I have to distribute the whole number. So I come here. What am I doing? I multiply 4 by 6. 4 times 6. Bracket close. Plus 4 times 3. I am done. 4 times 6, and then 4 plus 4 times 3. So I come here. If I multiply this by this, the answer that I got must be the same as what I've gotten here. Must also be the same as what I've gotten here. So you listen carefully and look on the board. Now, I bring my 4 here and the multiplication sign. Then I add the two numbers. 6 plus 3 will give me 9. Then I come here. 4 times 6 will give me 24 plus, remember the addition, and then 4 times 3 will give me 12. If I come here, I have to continue because I have not gotten my final answer. So 4, 3 will give me 36. 4, 3, 36. And then 24 plus 12 will give me what? 36. So I come here. I have 36 here and at the same time 36 here, which means that my answers are what? Correct. If I get 42 here and I get 36 here, it means that my method is wrong and the answer 2 is wrong. My method is wrong and the answer is also wrong. So in this case, anytime you are calculating this and you have different answers, you have to go back to check the method you used in the first place. So we have 36 here and 36 here, which means that multiplication is distributive over addition. Now let us look at some few illustrations here and identify the properties. We have 12 plus 9 is the same as 9 plus 12. Which property is this? The property is what? Commutative. Is commutative property of what? Addition. Addition. Commutative property of addition, right? So there's no space here to write here, sorry. So it's commutative property of addition, Now let's move on to the next one. What is here? Multiplication. What is also here? Multiplication. What happens here? The numbers have changed. 7 is here, 8 is here, but 7 has changed, has taken the place of 18, and 18 has also taken the place of 7. So there is a change in one number. So we have 7 times 18 and 18 times what? 7. So which property is here? Is what? Commutative property of multiplication. Commutative property of multiplication. Now let's move on to the next one, which is 3. Which property is this? Yes. Which property is this? Irrespective of, yes. Now there's a shift of a particular number ahead the brackets. When we come here, that number is in the bracket and 2 is outside the bracket. So we say what? Associative property of what? Multiplication. Associative what? Property of multiplication. Associative property of multiplication. Associative. This one is commutative property of multiplication. This one is associative property of multiplication. Now, number 5 is what? Yes, is what? Distributive. We have distributed this one. So it's distributive property. Distributive property. And last but not the least, which is number 6, is what? Yes, who can tell me this one? This is what? Associative property of addition. Associative property of addition. Addition, and addition. I hope you have understood today's lesson. Hope to see you next time. Bye bye.